And I'm Eric, Dr. Soybean. Welcome once again to Crossover Theater, a show on the Neon Nightcast channel where we read crossover fan fiction. For those unaware, a crossover is a story where two fictional universes come together. We've always enjoyed crossovers, and on this show, we strive to find the most bizarre combinations possible. And today's story is simply called Garfield and the Teen Titans. It's by Jack something, and as you may have guessed, it's a crossover between Garfield and Teen Titans.
Which is just something I would have never thought about.
And it's got three chapters, and let's begin, appropriately enough, with chapter one.
Wow.
Jump City was facing another criminal, far worse than any criminal Jump City had ever encountered. He was causing havoc in the road, cars being split apart by his awesome might and swift magic like abilities. The people who survived fled, but not far enough. Oh no, the people screamed. There is evil in the streets. Out of nowhere, the Teen Titans came like knights riding into the scene. Robin, their leader, looked upon this man. He was very evil and almost machine, but not enough to silence his evil heart. But Robin didn't recognize him from any of the villains the team had met. He wasn't the one-eyed merc or his killer squad. No, not even an entity they had met. He was more evil than Raven's father.
Oh God.
Teen
Well, that's Satan, I
Teen
think.
Titans. Teen Titans, Robin yelled. Let's get this guy. Okay, Robin, Starfire said, shooting her energy beams at the being. Piece of cake, Cyborg said, running towards the evildoer before blasting his gun arm. Same. Beast Boy became a dinosaur and ran towards this force of evil. Whatever, Raven said, just floating toward the man. They attacked as they would any of their enemies. But like the some who were powerful, this enemy wouldn't go down by simple laser beams and fool gadgets. Robin, he is too powerful, Starfire cried out. Don't say that, Star. We can do this. But even their most powerful assaults could not defeat this powerful foe. He stood tall and laughed a bellowing of evil, and reeked of it, too. I will have your blood in my bowl, he said.
Reeked of evil.
The Teen Titans dragged themselves back from him, but he only needed to walk to his defeated foes. This isn't good at all, the mayor of Jumptown said. Not even the Teen Titans can defeat this criminal. I must give him the town. It's the only way to save the town.
But who is he?
Well, you'll find out.
I need to know.
Suddenly, riding in on a custom Harley Davidson was an orange manly figure. He was
What?
ripped and handsome, and the most manliest cat ever, Garfield. I heard
What?
there was trouble in Jump City, so I hopped over here, said Garfield with wit.
This. Okay. I don't know what the word for this is, but like this isn't Garfield. This is like his made-up version of Garfield.
Yeah, his idealized Garfield.
Why
Help them.
Garfield? Who like? Okay, whatever. Just keep going.
Help them, Garfield. The Teen Titans are in danger, the mayor cried. Stop acting like a woman, mayor. I will help these teens. Garfield got off his bike and walked toward the mess of broke down cars and cracked roads.
Why? When did Garfield become so sexist?
The Teen Titans were trying to fight this for all their might, but their attacks flew off this villain's chest like toys thrown by a baby. Fools, I am more powerful than you. This town will be the first I conquer, he bellowed. You will be conquered, fool. He turned around. It was Garfield, his muscles flexing and his cat eyes darted at him. Well, well, if it isn't you. I wondered if the great Garfield would come for me, the man said, mocking Garfield.
Is it John?
How dare you use quotation marks for great, the Teen Titans yelled. Garfield is great. Garfield flexed
What?
his two muscles, showing how powerful he is. I will beat you into a soft lump like lasagna, he said with heroism.
Oh my god.
Bring it, his enemy said. Garfield and the villain lunged at each other, arms tangled in a lock of battle.
I
A,
just
tr-
I can't stand that he's keeping it a secret. I
a,
know it's
tri-
gonna be like the end of chapter one or something, but I need to know.
A trial of might ensued, and the two were evenly matched. Garfield let go of his assailant's arms and gave him a swift punch. Take that, you criminal, he roared. But the man stood up easily as he fell. Simple punches do not hurt me, he said, mocking Garfield. Garfield pulled out his Desert Eagles and said, how
Oh
about a
my
lead
god.
sandwich?
These,
He pulled.
when anybody ever writes about like people with guns, they
It's
always
Desert Eagles.
Desert
Yeah,
Eagles.
that was in the pony story, too.
Yeah.
How about a lead sandwich? He pulled the trigger, but the bullets deflected off the man's chest. A bulletproof vest? Garfield said in an intelligent tone, scratching his furry chin. Very well. I will just have to give you some justice with my iron fist of forever might. He reared his fist back and
Was
gave
that
the
was that
criminal
forever might or forever might?
forever.
Like fur.
No, no, no. It wasn't a pun.
Okay.
He reared his
All
fist
right.
back and gave the criminal a good punch in the face, which did something this time. My face, it stings of pain of mightiful justice fist, the assailant cried with pain.
No one talks like
Yes.
this.
All who are evil feel the burn of justice's flame, Garfield said, for I am justice, and my fist my punishing flame. He stood over the villain and pulled off his iron-dented skull mask. Underneath its cold steel was an enemy Garfield thought long gone. Odie! Garfield cried out in
Oh
surprise.
my god.
It's you, foolish cat. When my power is restored to its fullest, I will seek vengeance on you. Till then, Odie vanished into a dark cloud of evil. His voice continued in an echo. Wait for the impending doom of the world and for beyond.
Is this like cuz like Garfield used to play like make believe all the time.
Yeah, I guess this could all be in his head.
Cuz like Garfield doesn't fight things. I don't know what's going on and he's like muscular. No, he's like an overweight house cat.
Garfield felt shock, but the Teen Titans came up with thanks. Thank you, Garfield, Robin said. We are the Teen Titans. We are young superheroes who seek to do justice. That's a good goal, Garfield said. It's better than doing drugs. His eyes were caught on two women, a dark and brooding sorceress and a starry eyed girl with green eyes.
Oh, okay. Now he wants to. Okay, whatever.
Who are these beautiful women? Garfield said, enchanted by their
Oh
beauty.
my god.
These two are Starfire and Raven. They are a part of the team too, Robin said with honesty. Hmm. Perhaps I will romance them after the battles with the Mutt Odie.
Yes, provide. Perhaps
Garfield
I will have sex with these women. How would they say no to me, Garfield? The
Garfield
epitome of manliness.
Garfield looked down at Robin. You say you wish to do justice? Then let us go to your headquarters. End of chapter 1.
Okay, I'm still not over that. It's like he's all about like justice and shit, but he's like, yes, I want to have sexual relations with your 16-year-old girls.
Yeah. It's like you said, why would they say no? That doesn't even enter into his
Yeah,
thought
he's just like,
process. Yeah.
I will have sex with them after I have beaten Odie.
So here we go with chapter 2. How do we defeat him, Garfield? The dude is too powerful, Beast Boy said, whining. Be silent, rodent child, Garfield said. I too have wondered this. He is powerful, as I am too, but he is as powerful as me. It started long ago. We were young, we trained for many hours. We were warriors as well as our dear friend John. Odie was like a brother to me, but he betrayed me when he decided to work with vampires to steal blood. He kidnapped
What?
he
Okay,
kid
okay, this guy is trying to be funny. Like this,
I I think this is yeah, I don't think this is entirely serious.
like this is like a joke. Like he's trying to write this scenario and make it as ridiculous as possible, but still be like, I guess, like a story.
He kidnapped Natalie Portmanteau, who I saved with some help. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Well, Natalie Portman, but who's Natalie Portmanteau?
Yeah. I thought I killed him that day. I thought I had spared his soul from evil with my fist of justice, but I didn't. He found these machine gods called the Reapers. The Reapers?
What? What is that? What is Reapers? What is that from? Is this something
I
to do with some vampire thing?
I don't know. If it is, I don't recognize it. The Reapers? Even I have never heard of such frightening beings as these, and I come from another planet, Starfire said with fear. They are feared by the galaxies, but I knew I could defeat them with all my strength. I was on my way to defeat them and their minions, the Collectors. He had killed one of the lovers of my life, not Lasagna, but an alien named Tolly. We were marching in his halls of doom when I fell through the ground, falling through time. I tried to fight time, order it to bring me back to them,
Tolly.
but I came back to the present. I fear
Wait,
what Odie,
how do you spell Tolly?
Tali.
Okay, keep going.
I fear what Odie has done to my found friends and crew, for I could not get back to them.
Okay, so sorry, but this is also Mass Effect is put into this.
Huh, so neither of
Tali,
us know that. I guess that's why we didn't get
yeah,
those.
Tali is a character from Mass Effect, and I'm assuming that Reapers and Collectors are.
Are vampires a part of Mass Effect, or is that just something else he
I
threw
think
in?
that's just another thing he threw in there. This is just like a big old
Everything
crock
he
pot.
likes. Yeah. I wondered what the place I had fallen to, thinking of the injustices Odie would cause. I could not let stand by and let him destroy the worlds I found, the women I had loved, or the lasagna. He would feast on a bullet sandwich before he would end the world. So I came here. The Titans were in shock of hearing Garfield's story. Starfire was sad for him.
So
I am sorry for you, Garfield, she said.
so
He
stupid.
he cur I don't know what that word. I think it's supposed to be. Okay, he caressed her orange face with his strong fingers.
Oh, so gross. Come
Do
on.
not be, lovely woman, for if we can defeat Odie, then we will save the world. The Teen Titans nodded in approval.
All
They
right.
wanted to help as much as possible.
If Odie is as equally as strong as Garfield, unless Odie gets like help, just have the Teen Titans help in the fight.
How can we help? They asked. Garfield smirked. We must go to Bodie's, I guess that's supposed to be Odie's, base and destroy him there. I will need the destination of where he is, and then I will know where to strike. Just then, the mayor barged into the room, panting heavily. He walked towards the seated Titans and Garfield, his face covered in sweat. Mayor? Starfire shivered. The mayor fell down before them, a knife stuck in his back. The,
Oh!
the Titans looked at the mayor's body in horror, but Garfield pulled the knife out, looking at its crimson stained steel. Suddenly, a group of evil ninjas broke into the windows and stood there in fighting stance, watching the heroes. Garfield's eyes darted at them, studying them. Then from the door that led to the room came a man with an iron mask and one eye peering out of it. Deathstroke.
Oh.
Garfield. Is he from Teen Titans, right?
Well, I thought it was gonna be Slade, but Deathstroke is a DC villain from
I
different
thought so.
things. Yeah.
Garfield, I have heard about you. You should leave well enough alone. Get out of the city. This is Odie's town now. Wait. Raven looked at Deathstroke puzzled. You're working with Odie? Deathstroke looked at her. Yes, I am. You see, Odie is powerful. I need him to help me take what is mine. Deathstroke, Garfield said, wondering the merc's name. That is a stupid name. Why did you not go for something like Death Garfield? He said wittily as he pulled
Okay,
out his.
Garfield is too smug and just too like. Get over yourself. Also, why not Mermal or whatever the fuck her name was?
Oh, Nermal? Yeah.
Normal. Like Odie and Garfield are friends.
I guess Nermal's in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, okay.
He he pulled out his Desert Eagle and shot his
Again,
bullet into the one-eyed man's chest. Ack, he cried out in pain. You'll pay for that, Garfield.
that was.
Deathstroke pulled out his katanas and lunged at Garfield.
Oh,
The
he's not
manly
dead. Okay.
the manly cat grabbed the blades with his strong hands and threw his enemy to the wall. The Teen Titans fought the ninjas while Garfield fought the ninja leader. Garfield and Deathstroke circled each other like two fighting bulls. one angrier than the other. Deathstroke's katanas were bent but still usable, and once again the two fought. Garfield using his hard fist to block the katana blades, while Deathstroke got even more angry. He began slamming the blade's edge onto Garfield, who only smirked. How is a big cat like you able to block my steel blades with your bare hands? Garfield chuckled and said, I train and eat lasagna. That's how.
So,
Deathstroke sought one final blow
if
to
I
dis-
okay, if I was like a person, like if I was like a fighter or like a crime fighter or some shit, and I used swords, all right, and that was like my power was I was really good at swords, and if I struck someone with my sword and like blocked it with their bare hands, I would just be like, okay, like we're done, and I would just like leave. I'm like, yeah, you win. Like I can't cut you, so it's over.
Deathstroke sought one final blow to destroy Garfield, but the manly feline dodged his attack and saw him land his blade in a plug. His whole body danced in an uncontrollable spasm. Do not have a stroke, Garfield said
Oh
wittily.
God, Garfield, you motherfucker.
He looked over to see the Titans were still fighting the ninjas, winning at least, but slowly. Garfield had no time for such slowness, so he came forth and threw the ninjas back out the window. The Titans and Garfield watched them plummet to their deaths.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, damn, Garfield said in disappointment. I had forgotten to ask for their base. Suddenly they heard coughing from behind. It was the mayor. He was well wounded, but still alive. Mayor, the Titans cried out and ran to him. He sat there by the couch and looked at the Titans. I know where the base is, he said. Where? Garfield commanded. It's it's under the city. He has been building his base since he first got here, the mayor said with regret. You knew it was Odie the whole time then, Robin spatted, angry at the mayor. Yes, I had to let him stay. He would have destroyed the city, but he helped me too. He kept the criminals from taking over. That's our job, Mayor, Cyborg said angrily. There is no time for anger now, Starfire said wisely. The hot alien beauty is right,
Oh
Garfield said.
my fucking God. Garfield is making me so mad.
We must seek Odie now and strike before it's too late. Come, to the sewers. The Teen Titans followed Garfield as he went to the sewers to give Odie a taste of justice. End of chapter 2.
Oh baby. This
And
is
now we
okay, so
come to
Garfield is just so arrogant. Like
he's
Crash
worse than
Bandicoot.
yeah, I was just
Yeah,
gonna say
in
he's
the
even
other
worse.
story, like he's like get over yourself, Garfield. Holy shit.
So here we go with the final chapter, chapter 3. They had reached the underground lair of Odie. His fortress dawned of skulls and women slaves. Help us, Garfield, they
Fuck.
cried out to him.
What?
Do not worry, women. I will save you as soon as we destroy Odie,
Oh.
Garfield said as his words eased the women. They walked further into Odie's den of evil. He had many torture devices, and many scum had been working for him, it seems. Many empty cells and many empty suits, a room full of guns and a room full of poisons. Garfield was appalled by Odie's base, but it seemed familiar. We're in a maze, Robin said angrily. We can't find Odie anywhere. Garfield pointed toward a room, its entry a big, gaping hole, curved nicely. Garfield and the others walked towards it and saw what was held inside. Odie, once I find you, I will clasp my hands upon your throat and strangle you. I swear it, Garfield growled. Just then, Odie came into the room from the shadows.
Well, what was in the room? Wait, what?
Uh, I don't know.
Like, why did he get so mad? Like, what did he see?
He clapped his hands and slyly smirked at Garfield.
Like, slow clap? Like,
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be what it is.
bravo, Garfield.
You found me, Garfield. Good. I thought I'd have to come to you, but it seems you came to get doomed, Odie said as he snickered. Enough, Mutt. You cannot win this time, Garfield yelled. Odie pulled out a remote and pressed a button. The whole place lifted from the ground, lifting up a part of the city, too. Chunks and buildings and cars were floating around Odie's base, revolving around its darkness. Odie, Garfield growled. I have seen many things with the repair I have undergone. There are stronger beings in the stars, and I will control them, Odie said foolishly. Fool, you have fallen into a cage of greed. I will free you by giving you the only key, death.
Why do you
Garfield ran
talk like
toward
this?
Odie, and the two fought with the velocity of warriorness. Garfield punched Odie. A tooth flew out, but Odie spit his blood into Garfield's eye, temporarily blinding him. Garfield growled in pain. Odie made a swift kick and kicked Garfield in the stomach. Odie laughed evilly until Garfield gave him an uppercut, putting Odie on the floor. Garfield grabbed Odie's collar and began punching Odie's face, punching until he could no longer feel his hand. Odie's machine part face was dented badly. His non machine sided face was bruised and
When
bloody.
did Odie become? I guess in the beginning he said,
Yeah,
yeah.
they, yeah. Silly Garfield, Odie said, pushing Garfield off of him and floating above him. You cannot defeat me, no matter how hard you try. Garfield's feline teeth gritted together, his face bruised and angry. I will defeat you. I will. He jumped up and grabbed Odie's neck, strangling him. Odie gagged and coughed till he spit out a toxic venom that made Garfield jump away. Curse you, Odie, Garfield yelled. We were like brothers. Why did you turn your back on justice and lasagna? Because I don't like lasagna. I like kibble. And justice? Justice is for weaklings, Odie said. You are foolish, Odie. Lasagna is good for you, and justice is for the righteous, Garfield said with justice. No matter,
This
Garfield.
guy needs a thesaurus.
I will take my seat above the stars and take all life as my own to toy with. It seemed all hope was lost from the Teen Titans' perspective. The galaxies would face turmoil, and Jump City would not see freedom from Odie's base orbit. No. Starfire cried on Raven's shoulder and wept. And then, breaking through the roof of Odie's base, a war cry was heard by all. Amako! John Arbuckle came down with his roaring
Why do
guitar.
you say Amako?
No idea. John Arbuckle came down with his roaring guitar, playing heavy metal. He had also brought some lasagna. Catch, Garfield, John said as he threw the lasagna to Garfield.
Lasagna's like soybean, or sorry, what are they?
Senzu beans.
Senzu beans, yeah.
Garfield caught the lasagna with his mouth and chewed it down. A glorious smile appeared upon his face. His fur glowed and almost raised. His His widened as his iris grew smaller. His fist clenched mighty as giant hammers. Garfield had become more powerful with the will of metal and lasagna. He was all powerful. No, cried out Odie. This cannot be. Odie ran, flew out of the base as a coward would. Garfield flew after him, his fist aimed for Odie like missiles. You cannot run from me, Odie. I will see you treated to justice with a side of lasagna. As fast as Odie was, Garfield was much faster. They were two speedy bullets chasing each other, a bullet wanting to kill while the other wanted to save.
Ugh,
Garfield grabbed
God.
Odie's machine parted face and pulled it off, pulling away some of Odie's skin.
Ouch.
Ah, Odie screamed in pain. Let the world see you for who you really are, coward, Garfield yelled with might as he grabbed Odie's neck, flew downward, the wind breaching Odie's face while Garfield still looked as he did. Odie's skin flapped till the two reached the ground. Odie was dead. His face was gone. He was free from the cage of greed. Garfield saw Odie's base fall. The
This
Teen
this
Titans
has nothing to do with the Teen Titans. Like they were just there to watch.
The Teen Titans and John made it out and watched it fall. The women were running in the fields free. The group were having a celebration at the Teen Titan headquarters. Raven and Starfire were hanging around Garfield.
Oh, of course.
John came up with a
Let
map
us
in hand.
suck on your spiky, spiny dick, Garfield.
What is it, John? Garfield asked. Garfield, I found a time machine for you. You can save them. Garfield nodded at John and said, Thank you, John, for everything. John nodded back. I am your friend, Garfield. You never need to worry, for I will always be there. In the night sky, when criminals seek to do crime. In the west, when outlaws kidnap innocents. In space, where an alien evil strikes from dark corners. All who hear my cry tremble and know that you are coming too. Garfield shook John's hand and said, Well said, but don't forget that you stole that from me. John laughed. I could
Fucking
not
Jesus. Jesus Christ.
I could not think of anything as brilliant as you did. Starfire tugged on Garfield's arm. The masculine cat looked at the alien beauty, her eyes like cute green kittens. Garfield, before you go, could we sleep under the stars of romance? Yes, I'd like to make love with you too, Raven said.
Oh.
Very well, Garfield said, grabbing the two in his arms.
No.
We'll make love till the sun rises. Robin and the other guys gave Garfield a thumb up as he took
Shut
them
up!
into
Shut
the bedroom.
up! No, they didn't!
John sat the map on the counter and flew away, his guitar playing all around the world a heavy metal ballad. That night, many babies
Ballad.
were made. The end? Question mark.
Ballad. Ballad.
Ballad. Sorry, I fuck up one word.
Holy fuck. Okay, that one was like. I'm gonna give it like a 7. A 7 out of 10. Like, it was good. At least it was, like, written well?
Well, I feel like he was self-aware and he was trying to make it ridiculous,
Yeah.
but I feel like it was also not a full parody. Like it was somewhere in between. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like this could have been, like, anyone because he just made up, like, his own lore for Garfield and shit. And
Yeah.
like the Teen Titans had nothing to do with the story. He just wanted Garfield to fuck Raven and Starfire. That's the only reason why the Teen Titans were there. Like, come with me to the sewers to fight Odie. So they get there, and the Teen Titans just stand there and
And
just like
watch the battle.
watching.
That's it's and like Garfield is like the ultimate hero in this.
He's
Like he's always got a witty comeback.
yeah, he's too revenge hungry. I felt. But like I don't know, like he's just like he's an asshole. Oh, um,
That ending is epic though. Like the Garfield's taking them into the bedroom. All the other guys give him a thumbs
thumbs
up.
up.
John flies away playing heavy metal.
Yeah,
Like that what an ending.
yeah. Garfield, man.
So
What?
7 out of 10 for the entertainment factor.
Yeah, like that one was good. At least it was like written
It wasn't
better.
written great, but it's definitely one of the better written ones that we've done in
Yeah, there
crossovers
was
with
really
you.
nothing wrong with that. Like I made the Thoris joke, but like who fucking cares?
Yeah.
He did a good job. It's just like it just I don't know. To me, it just doesn't really feel like a proper crossover because it wasn't like uh combining two lores a thing. It was like basically he made up his own OC character of Garfield.
Yeah, true. But he had Garfield, he had Odie and John, they had lasagna.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I thought it was gonna be like the Teen Titans like adopted Garfield or like had to cat sit him for like a week. And then like he was gonna like eat lasagna and spill it on like their important stuff or some shit. Like that's
Right.
what I thought.
When you hear Teen Titans Garfield crossover, that's probably, where your mind would go.
I didn't think of like fucking Garfield being muscular as shit and like DBZ fighting
Odie.
Odie in like a giant floating darkness keep or whatever the fuck it was.
Uh,
All right.
we'll see you next time.